Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? It's your boy Roar. We're here to check out 4 more metal acts. I am very excited to check this out. This is the Browning, Devaloof, BLACKGOLD, and Suneater. I'm just excited to get into all this stuff. These guys represent different parts of the world, if not the U.S. I believe Suneater is American. If not, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I'm excited to check out more stuff, and I appreciate the guys who, gave me support on the previous compilation video like this, especially the Gore Girl project that happened to comment on the video as well. It was very cool. Hope to see more of them in the future. But yeah, first and foremost, let's get into the Browning with their song Bloodlust off their latest album, Evolved. Ooh, I love the drummer kind of getting ready. As an ex-drummer, I know that feeling. You're like, okay, this is what the beat's gonna be. I love the dancing, though, incorporated with it. It makes me think of, like, Bloodywood with their traditional dancers. Whoa. Nice, we get the EDM flow. Oh, nice. Dude, I didn't know jump style was even around anymore, man. Come on. This was one of the first styles I tried to learn when I was into dance. That's so cool. Shout out to the whole jump style movement. I didn't even know that was around anymore. I would believe you if you said it like that. I love the coloration here. It looks so good. Feeling like, yeah, so it's just such an interesting story that they tell. It's something that I feel like is so, it's so paramount to a lot of metal to have a very dark story with everything. But I feel like the way they tell their stories doesn't feel like I'm just telling some twisted idea in my own head of how I want society to suffer or whatever. I mean, they obviously talk about evolving and moving past our ills as a people to better the world around us, but they do it in a way that it feels so poetic as well, like their song Evolve, as they're riding on the back of this, mecha dragon thing. It gives it so much beautiful storytelling while also giving us a message that's obviously very applicable. Oh. Ooh, nice offbeat. Okay. The little do-do-do-do-do. It's crazy. Just such good doubling with the vocals. So good. The other thing, too, is like how on the nose can you get with having this only black, darkness and red, Bloodlust, we are creatures of the night, we'll never die. Like, how on the nose can you get with that? I think that's a good thing for something like this. Though with the visuals here, it tells a story of its own. It seems like the creature at the beginning that was suspended and then covered in the black ink was christened into this creature of the night or whatever. And then the people walking up to her with the masks on seem to be acolytes. Because I feel like it's not just for some stylistic intrigue to throw jump style in there. I feel like that, you know, it just showing how much you're controlling these, you know, these people as a creature of the night. You're doing your own little dance and they're dancing around. It's like, that's just my assumption anyway. Maybe they just decide, hey, I know how to do jump style. Let's throw it into the video. I'd like to think there's a little more artsiness underneath that, but this is still very, very cool stuff. It feels like a lot is being told with only 3 or 4 camera shots. Knowing that your life is lies after worshiping that is horrible. Ooh, nice shot right there. Wow, piano on there is crazy. Little splash. Yeah, showing that real form at the end, super creepy. Super, super creepy. It's one of those things of fiction that I feel like is so widely underused. Once you get, you know, you're really stuck with this creature, why does it have to hide it anymore? It can suddenly just show you its true self, which can do one of two things. I think I mentioned it in a Creepcast video or something like that, but the fear of showing someone your true form, they're either so ingrained in who you are, they might even think, oh, this true form of you is beautiful. I'm still not aware that you're evil. Or you could just be so terrified once you see it for what it is that you still can't move. You're still at that point of no return. Super creepy. Goodness. Well, this is a very interesting setup. And this is Devaloof. I do not know what the title of this is, but this was one of the things suggested to me on Discord. So let's get into it. Wow, what interesting set pieces. I'm already enamored with this. Very interesting. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Wow, there's so much going on visually here. And my brain obviously wants to try and piece all of it together. I don't think I'm going to get there. But, oh, wait. Okay, so one thing I was trying to figure out, first of all, love the costumes that everyone has. Okay, so their baby of sorts is this octopus thing. Okay, wait. So she's gesturing to herself. It seems like this guy's kind of sitting there as like a pimp or something, and she's the, someone to be sold or whatever. Who the heck's this guy back here? What is this? I only just noticed this. So this is so interesting, especially since there's no subtitles here. I just feel like, I'm sorry, not subtitles, but like, any sort of visuals to explain what this place is. I'm sure we'll see more if we just continue, so I'm just going to do that. Very dissonant, though. This seems... Whoa. Wow. Incredible visuals here. Whoa. Oh my gosh, I'm just so enamored. It's so incredible, all these crazy set pieces. It seems like a lot of it just has to do with the decay that comes of life choices that we make, right? I feel like a lot of, when you get into the psychological and the thriller aspects in a lot of Asian media, particularly a lot of horror-adjacent anime that I've looked at, it's more related, the horror of it, which is one of the reasons why I love Japanese horror, Asian horror specifically, a lot more than American horror, is because most of it has to do with the consequences of your actions. You went someplace you shouldn't have. You took something that was sacred to the spirits, and now you're cursed. That's kind of the thing. Instead of there's just this creature that is just going to hunt you just because you happen to be there. Not to say there's anything wrong with that. There's definitely some intrigue with the slasher genre and that kind of thing. But what I love about a lot of, and is super chilling to me about a lot of Asian horror, is so much of it is just based on your consequences. Your actions got you here. You did something you shouldn't have. Now these are the consequences. And that makes it all the more creepy. So it seems like these guys are definitely facing some consequences for something. We got some stuff trying to just, with the visuals of the doll and everything, maybe trying to paint someone up as perfect, desirable. But then we see their slow decay with nursing this sort of octopus creature and then having, all these skin mutations and stuff happening. Something went wrong in vain of them trying to have this perfect life. Ooh. I literally was not able to pull away. I was just sitting here like, there's so much going on. Incredible vocal work. Lots of great highs, dramatic lows, pig squeals, more guttural stuff. Similar to, I'm thinking like Arcspire and stuff. It has a lot of conventions of sludge metal with the brutal vocals and stuff, like slam metal. Slam, I mean, more specifically. Extremely fast double bass and blast beats on the drums. I almost thought that it was kind of like an Infant Annihilator drummer with the like the the blast beats especially sounded way too quick at first, but maybe I just am not seeing it right because we're only getting snippets of the actual drumming here. But the double bass and everything sounds really, really good. I'm loving the guitar kind of having that almost breakcore like type of thing. I don't know how to play the guitar, so I don't know what you would call it, a hammer-on or pick-off or something like that. I don't know what it's called. You can let me know, guitarists, in the comments. But there's so much going on here stylistically. I really, really like this style. It's very cool. Oh, what on earth? So there's so much in there of like quick little snippets of some sort of creature having influence over others. And they're kind of maybe not necessarily at worship with it. Like he was holding something that looked like a serpent. The main dude with it looked like it was inside a pot or something and it was coming out. So there's some sort of aspect where they've either given themselves over to some type of creature or, you know, the world around them, the world that they're in is affected by that kind of thing. Very, very fascinating and gross, but it's really, really fascinating, and I don't want to stop looking at it. Oh no. Oh, that vocal grunt right there sounds so I feel like I have to clear my throat listening to that. I did get to see a good shot of the drums. I want to focus on that. Oh, sorry. That is so interesting to me. So many drummers don't have very many toms in metal. That's so interesting to me. I always thought the more toms you had, the more variety you could have with the sound that you're going to present with your you know, with your vocals and everything, or with your the music that you're involved in. But that's so interesting that it's so simple, and then you just have two crashes there and then a ride in the middle. Interesting. Just always fascinating to me, drummers' choices. Dude, that freaking like speed up right there with the tempo, it sounds so visceral and just like a frenzy. Oh my gosh, that was horrifying. Let's listen to it again. That was some nice drumming right there. Did he drop the stick right there? Oh my gosh, it looked like he dropped the stick right there. Oh no, he was just pointing it back down. Oh no, he dropped it. That's his hand right there, and then it falls. Oh my gosh, that's too crazy. But I mean, dude, some of the single stroke rolls, I forgot who it was. It was the drummer for, I forgot his name. The drummer for Deep Purple. He did a discussion video with Chad Smith from Red Hot Chili Peppers because they were playing something together. And he was like, you know, you get all these different ways you can play the snare. You get your flams, your paradiddles, you know, all that sort of stuff. That's great. But a single stroke roll, you know, just going da-da-da-da-da, like just playing the drums normally, knowing how to do that instead of knowing how to do like quadruple rolls and all this sort of stuff, being able to have the ability to do crazy single stroke rolls, that is more impressive than you'd think. And, you know, being just hammering those notes out instead of doing rolls, instead going like that's impressive. That's impressive stamina and impressive, you know, being able to hit it with such velocity every time. Uh-oh. Ew. Don't do it, man. Oh. You hemorrhaged pretty quickly if you were already spitting out of your mouth. Oh my gosh, that made my skin crawl right there. What is that? Let's see it again. What the heck? Oh, that is so disgusting. That is so gross. It's just that whole influx of time after that part of the body's already like decayed. It just grows out like sporozoa. It just oh ha ha ha. No. Man alive. That was quite a roller coaster. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for telling me about Devaloof. Now, BLACKGOLD, I believe they are in they're in the UK. So very, very interested to check that out. I feel like this ties in similar. We get the kind of tag logo, very symbolic of a lot of hardcore bands, you know, punk rock type stuff, new metal type stuff. Feels very similar to Ace Cool. Was that what they were called? Ace Cool, I want to say. The Spanish bands that had, you know, these masks and had this kind of hardcore style there. So I'm very excited to see what we got. Yeah, totally new metal. Oh, wait. So we had Eminem there on the jersey there. That was very cool. The collection, huh? I didn't know he did that. I love all the different masks and stuff. I grew up listening to Slipknot and stuff and really enjoying K-Fob, as much as some people seem to hate that for whatever stupid reason. And then the drummer had the Lakers jersey. That was very cool.
Here we go, you and I, do or die. Look at the lights in the sky, it's showtime. Bang, bang, like Nicki Minaj. I'm playing blackjack with Jack Black and crook cards. Adrenaline from the cut of a knife. I feel the night, I'm coming alive. You and me go toe to toe tonight. Mortal Kombat, round one, fight.
Interesting stuff. I know in a lot of cases, there's a lot of genres of rap that just kind of do its own thing. The cadence here is very interesting, but I mean, I have my own thoughts about some of the lyricism right there, especially some of the flows and stuff felt very, or not flows, but the syllable count was very all over the place. And like I'm playing blackjack with Jack Black with crooked cards. Interesting. You know, clearly there was something about that he was inspired to write with that. It just didn't really strike me as, you know, having that much of an impact. Especially we get a dude with an Eminem jersey on. Dude, M was all about building up punchlines, and even if the exaggerated nature of some of the stuff he would say would sound like nonsense, it was all to lead up to a punchline. And that's not to say that everything he's made is, you know, just gold. He's had a few flops here and there with his career, but it's undeniable how much he's able to craft an idea. Even with the absurdity, there still is a payoff. So even if he makes references to celebrities and stuff like that, there's still something to it that you know he's going to, you know, it's going to play off. So.
You're full of spike, let's not fight. You bark real loud, but I go straight to bite. With the odds fight to the death, only one come back. All the shots I've fired, each one missed. Tell me how has it come to this? I know I'm right where I belong.
Okay, so it's very, very like old school new metal. Extremely simplistic rhyme schemes, single syllable rhymes a lot of the time, which that's it's common for a lot of the earlier rock rap type of crossovers and stuff. It's not really what I would try and do. We were just checking out Denzel Curry and Knocked Loose. He at least had double syllable rapping, rhyme schemes. But you know what? It's a style. It's a style. Not even going to hate on it. I'm just making an observation.
On the way to the cage with my walkout song. From the bottom to the top, big dreams, shit, we don't stop. From the bronze or from the bar, swing, what the fuck on? From the bottom to the top, big dreams, shit, we don't stop. Oh yeah, from the bronze or from the bar, swing, what the fuck on?
And they do the same thing that Ace Cool did. That was really cool, where they just had a moment where everyone stopped and the camera's moving around like a mannequin challenge. That's really cool. That's cool. Ooh. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I liked that breakdown there at the end. It showed 3 or 4 different styles on that. Very cool. So even regardless of what I said with the lyricism and stuff and it kind of being more simplistic, it's a fun song. I can see why a lot of people like that band and why the person who suggested them on Discord likes them as well. Very, very cool stuff. So then now we're going to finish this with Suneater. I feel like I've seen them before. Maybe I just saw them in passing on a For You page or something like that. But this is Death Crown. There we go. Let's just jump into it. Oh, yes. Wait, never mind. Death Crown's not from the U.S., are they? I don't know. This definitely... Whoa, the gun clock right there. Ooh. Okay, so my gosh, I just wanted to just get a feel for their style there. I love how they added a bit more of the backup vocals or the clean vocals near, like, before the bridge. You get these little echoes. Yeah, I feel like that's very symbolic of this ethereal sort of cavern that they're in here. You get those backup singing vocals coming in way before, and then it hits the chorus, and then you hear da da. Admittedly, I have had a really hard time hearing what they were saying, but that is because it's been a while since I've really listened to a lot of metal. My ears are not as attuned as they used to be, and I have not continually taught and retaught myself how to kind of listen for it. And I didn't want to be rude and just have my phone out and be like, okay, yeah. But anyway, this is very, very interesting. I love the style. I love those highs that he has with the screeching vocals. Very, very cool stuff. Yeah, and it sounds like they have some cool little added percussion stuff, which is always a next step, an added bonus with stylistic stuff like this. Like we had the violins before, we had the gun cock during the first verse. Love that kind of stuff. He makes me think of jeez Louise. Holy smokes, all those breakdowns right there, that made me think of like Lorna Shore. The guy sounds so much like the vocalist of Lorna Shore, and even though I can't see his hair very well, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like rainbow colored. Like it just has such a discernible like ability to just go for those really squirrely lows and guttural like tones and stuff. It's so crazy, man. So some kind of sort of sacrifice where you wear the death crown in order to take care of... As above, so below. Okay. Dude. Jeez. Oh yes, okay. I did see Wounds a while ago. That's what I saw. Man, that was just chilling. Very, very crazy. Now I think of a song like "Dead Throne" by The Devil Wears Prada. So with that end part, "as above, so below," it's a demonic reference of I can't remember exactly what it pertained to, but it's just related to an awakening of these evil spirits on earth for your own purpose, that kind of thing, if I remember correctly. So by him putting on that death crown and being entangled in those chains and everything, it's very much like you're giving yourself over to that, which you should never do. If you do believe in that kind of stuff, don't give yourself over to it. But that's my only thoughts about that. My goodness, this was a great collection of groups here. This was very, very cool. But you guys tell me in the comments who else I should check out. This was very fun. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching. Obviously, links to all of these will be in the description. Go support those bands if you want. And that's all I got to say about that.